Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today I'm going over what Brawl Stars should have done with the balance changes, because I feel like the balance changes they released were some of the most useless balance changes I've seen. I feel like the meta has not changed. You got Mo and Kenji still being insane, and they didn't really buff anything that made them too crazy. The only buff I can think about is Brock. So yeah, I'm going over balances that basically Brawl Stars should have done. We'll go through the obvious one first, and that's going to be Kenji. Kenji was the best brawler for the longest time. Even in the world finals, it was picked quite a lot here, and it's just such an insane brawler. The mechanics on it is ridiculous, and I don't really know how they didn't nerf it properly. The nerfs they did was they made the shield a lot less, and the shield went from about 90% to 60%, and the fact he has a 90% shield is ridiculous. Like, it's literally so hard to kill him, and like, this brawler is ridiculous. I still first pick him in my ranked games whenever I have the chance, and it just literally carries all the way up to my elo. Like, literally no one can do anything to me. I'm literally unstoppable here. And yeah, they need the shield to be down to at least 20 to 30% here. Then I think it'll be a lot more balanced. And then the main thing about it as well is just it does so much damage. I feel like it's just super hard to like not kill him and stuff. Like, I don't know, Kenji is literally the perfect brawler. Dash ability is too broken, and that's what makes the brawler unique, so they shouldn't do anything about that. But they need to definitely nerf his attack damage by a lot. They need to nerf his super damage a little bit. The only thing they did to his super was that he can't chain it from his super, but like, still, like, it's just brawler is just so broken in many ways, and I don't know. Definitely need to nerf his damage, probably about, maybe by like, I don't know, 200-ish would be pretty good, and then nerf his supercharge rate as well. That'll be pretty good, like from his basic attack. I still feel like this brawler is just, you know, you get super frequently when you just get your normal attacks, and then obviously just nerf the shield. And the heal gadget, I completely forgot, the heal gadget is also insane. Like, how are you telling me this brawler has a shield and a healing mechanic, and he does insane damage, and he just has unlimited mobility? Like, it just makes no sense to me. So yeah, that is what I would do for Kenji here. Let's just wrap up this game, and then we'll move on to Mo, because Mo is like one of the next obvious brawlers. So yeah, let's get into that. And next up is going to be Mo. Mo, they changed a lot about him. He does less damage now, I'm pretty sure. But the main thing about Mo is what I think they should have done is that his supercharge, yeah, I mean, not his supercharge rate, his super in general is just so busted here. Like, let me get my super, see how I can do this. This is a very tough matchup for Mo because he has so much HP here. But against like normal brawlers, like Mo can just go crazy here. There we go, we're doing a little bit of damage there. We made them all so weak there just with one super. And normally Mo just wins all his 1v1 interactions here. If I was a super against like a thrower, a max, a Stu, literally anything, I win my 1v1 matchup, because the super, you do like 3k damage with impact. And I think that mechanic is absolutely busted here. Like, look at that. You just dash in, get some positioning here. We can try and take out the Poco right now. Okay, I don't know how he survived there. How is this Poco surviving? Alright, yeah, this comp is pretty hard to beat. Like, Mo cannot, like, Mo doesn't have insane DPS here, but it's really good in his 1v1 interactions, which makes him like a really good assassin in a way. Okay, come on, let's get my super here. Okay, we got super now, and I don't know what we can do against this. Okay, hypercharge popped, not good. All right, let's try and go that. So yeah, the shots are a lot slower. I think that was a really big change. I kind of like underestimated the shot speed affecting Mo too much here, but like, still overall it's like really good. Okay, they have speed here. They got hypercharge speed. How do we deal with that? Let's go behind the Poco right now. Here we go. Let's do this. He's gonna go down. Okay, I'm gonna go down here as well. They're both gonna be so weak. Okay, we still got Piper tapping. Let's go. I don't think we can deal with that, because yeah, we do not have a high DPS comp hit. But yeah, those are the changes I'll do for Mo. Nerf his super. I think that's the only thing that needs to be changed, and I think Mo's going to be a pretty balanced brawler for the most part. Let's move on to the next brawler. Next brawler is going to be Clancy. Now, I know they nerfed Clancy, or like kind of did like a bit of a rework with his damage scaling up. So like, obviously level 1, level 2, and level 3, they have all different amount of damages, but I do feel like overall Clancy just shreds through people with the super, and I think that's one of the main problems. Most of the time, the super, like, they don't really nerf them. Like, they just nerf like HP and stats and stuff like that. But I don't know. I feel like they need to nerf supers a lot more here, because the supers are just out of hand sometimes. And like, for example, Kenji and Mo, they have insane supers, and then Clancy as well. Clancy, like, watch, when I get my levels and super against this matchup, it will be pretty crazy. So yeah, there we go. We're stage 2 already. I didn't have the other gadget where we get power-ups here. Let's just pop it there. There we go. It's going to be quite weak here. Mo, look at that. Mo going in, free kill. He stays alive, and he just keeps cycling and go crazy. Okay. Let's try and get this Edgar here. Don't know where he is. There we go. Let's just do this. There we go. All right, look at that. We just went with a dash. We got literally 2 kills and we stayed alive. We got a stage 3 as well, and this is where things get broken. They did nothing to nerf the stage 3 as well. Like, getting stage 3 as Clancy is probably the best brawler in the game, and the fact they didn't change that is ridiculous. Like, look at me. I'm so quick. I deal so much damage. My super is absolutely insane now. Like, look, let me just go pop him. There we go. And easy kills. Like, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, Clancy is just by far the best tank count in the game, and it's picked quite often in ranked and like competitive and stuff, and definitely need to change it. Like, it's so easy to cycle. Like, for that 100 to 10%, Clancy just nerf the super, make sure he does less damage, and then also I think nerf the speed on stage 3, because I think that's a bit ridiculous as well. That'll be my changes. Let's move on to the next one. Next brawler I would nerf is going to be Daryl. I'm gonna do like 5 nerfs and 5 buffs just to balance it out. But the next brawler I'll nerf is Daryl. I think Daryl is the best last pick in the game, because it's just so good in terms of just getting your roll automatically. It's super strong, like brawl ball and stuff. Can you dribble with the ball, travel super far, and I just feel like the brawler needs just a big change here. Like, look at this. Once I get my super, okay, this takes like in playing. Why is this guy not in playing? Why is bro not playing? Maybe he's not happy with the matchup here, but like, look, you get 1 roll here, you go crazy, we get another roll, and you can just keep doing this here, and it's just absolutely ridiculous mechanic with Daryl. Like, I like the 2 rolls, but I feel like maybe they need to nerf the steel hoop star power, or they nerf how much damage Daryl does. I think that'll be a good change here. Like, just slightly nerf the damage he does, because it's really tough to play against it. And then he got a hypercharge as well. His hypercharge is not good, which is a great thing, but yeah, his hypercharge makes it so that he's just a little bit better than he used to be, and they just didn't give him any balance change as well. So yeah, like when we're just going in, go out, and it's just unlimited rolls, really, unlimited rolls. And yeah, always when I'm drafting and stuff, like Daryl is always something you gotta be cautious of, because yeah, you literally get a free Daryl game. Like, this is a pretty free Daryl game here. There's nothing to stop it. Even most tank counters, they can struggle against Daryl here, because it's just such a unique brawler in terms of, like, he has a shield, he can roll twice. Like, rolling twice mechanic is absolutely ridiculous, but you know, it makes Daryl good, which is fine. But I think they just need to just nerf the HP a little bit, change the steel hoop stop power, and like tone it down to maybe like 25% to 20%. That'll be pretty good. And then maybe just nerf the damage a little bit, so it's actually a little bit killable and not just completely owning every matchup, other than like, I don't know, like a Clancy, for example. But that's me next brawler. Let's move on to the next one. Next on the nerf list is going to be Larry. Now, I think Larry has received so many nerfs. I actually don't know if he's received any buffs, but Larry got like a 200 HP nerf, and this brawler is just still out there being super annoying. And I don't know what it is. It might be the range, to be honest. Like, the range is quite good, and it's just super strong here. Like, it's a thrower at the end of the day, so it's going to struggle against aggro, of course, but it's still super strong in so many different scenarios here. Let's see if we can just try and keep these guys trapped here. But look at that, I'm 1v2ing these guys from the back. And yeah, let's wait until we get super here, because I got the star power, which allows you to get better reload with your Larry bot on your Lori bot in. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Kenji is tough. Okay, we nearly kill him. My bot might be able to kill him there, which is great. But we're against a Clancy here and a Kenji. Like, that is a super tough matchup. This is not, it's not great. It's not great. But yeah, I think maybe nerf the range of Larry, because I think the damage and stuff is fine. I just think being able to poke people the way Larry can is just crazy. So I think a little bit of a range nerf, and this brawler will hopefully not need any more nerfs in the near future here. But yeah, let's try and make a comeback right now. Gonna go on this right side here, just sit in the pocket, and we're against the Clancy, so that is gonna be pretty impossible to make a comeback, because he's stage 3. This brawler is insane. We get that kill as well. Okay. Alright, can we get a kill there? Don't think we can. Okay, there we go. The reload star power working great, but we unfortunately cannot get it. Okay. Maybe a chance for a comeback. It's gonna be hard to keep Kenji back, but we can give it a shot. We can give it a shot. Okay, we're getting killed. We're getting killed, which is nice. Here we go. Nice. Okay, well, that was always going to be impossible here. But yeah, I think Larry just needs a bit of a range nerf just to balance it out. And I don't think it will need a balance change ever after that if they just keep it like this. But yeah, let's move on to brawlers that need buffs. First on the buff list is going to be Charlie. Now, Charlie at the start of the year used to be so good. And I think since then, it's just fallen off quite a lot. Like, you literally can't play it because you get countered by anything. It's not even a good tank tower anymore. And yeah, I don't know what they changed about in the recent update. I think it does more damage now, but I just don't think it's enough. Like, I don't know what you can do with Charlie here, but it definitely needs some big changes here. Maybe, I don't know, like a hyper, like I think the hypercharge is bad. I think if Charlie got a good hypercharge, it would be useful, because the hypercharge is literally one of the worst in the game. Like, having extra spiders when you cocoon someone is just, you know, it's just pretty bad concept here. I feel like we can be more creative with it, and it definitely needs it, because yeah, this brawler just needs something right now. I like the attacks though, like the basic attack is good. Maybe make it shoot faster again, because again, that used to be a big problem of it, but I guess it just kind of needs it now. There we go, absolutely melting him there. But yeah, this is a pretty good matchup for me, I guess. But again, we're struggling here. Good thing I have the 8-bit turret to help out with my damage being like kind of weak. Let's see, there we go, 1600. I feel like you can scale the damage. You can definitely scale the damage. I don't know to what, maybe like 1850 I think will be a good mark to have the damage at. And I think then Charlie will be really usable. I don't think it'll be broken at 1850, but either you buff the damage or you just do a rework on the hypercharge, because look at the hypercharge. Let me try and use it real quick. Look at that. Bang. Wow, the spiders, incredible. And I literally spawn my own spiders with my gadget. Like, how is my hypercharging gadget the same thing? You know, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. So I do think a hypercharge rework would be pretty nice. And I don't think they've done that with a brawler yet. So I think Charlie being the first one would be kind of cool. So yeah, it definitely needs a hypercharge rework or damage buff in my opinion. But that's going to be the first on the buff list. Let's move on to the next brawler. Next up is going to be Drage. And now, everyone knows Drage is like a big meme brawler. Like, Drage, it's just so bad. He's just so bad. I think the only use it's found recently is going to be Snake Prairie. I think it's been pretty good in Snake Prairie. But other than that, it's just literally been horrible here. Like, he doesn't really do anything. It just needs a range buff, I think. Okay, we completely clapped them here. But yeah, these are just randoms, like on ladder. Like, not be clapping these people. But yeah, I think something related to getting closer. Like, I don't know if he needs like a new rework or something. And he probably does, because yeah, you just get no value with him here. But I am steamrolling here, so I'm making Doug look like the best brawler in the game here. But yeah, I think he needs a way to get up the map. And I was thinking about a hypercharge, but I don't even think a hypercharge will fix it, because to get the hypercharge, you need to get supers with Doug. And for the most part, if you pick him in rank, for example, even ladder, like you're going to be struggling quite a lot here. There we go, we get the kill there. I should have probably died to the poison, so I just respawned full HP. But we're still alive. We're still going strong. Still healing here. Let's just save our ammo when his shield goes down. Let's get in the turret as well. We just 2-tap it. There we go. Nice. Okay. Yo, let's just stay alive here. Staying alive. We are staying alive. Oh my, we're staying alive. Okay, we are. I might be the best dog. I might be the best dog here. But yeah, I think they need to introduce a hypercharge for him, first of all. And then, I guess, in a way, make it easier to get super or something. Like, I don't know. Just a speed buff would be great. Like, make Dog just super quick. Or that he needs a new gadget or a star power. Like, he just needs a big rework, in my opinion. Like, I just don't. I think it's just very difficult to make him look good. But yeah, let's move on to the next brawler. Next up is going to be Bonnie. Now, Bonnie used to be one of my favorite brawlers. I always picked Bonnie in Heist because Bonnie is just, it was super fun. And I think when they introduced the epic gear where his supercharge is faster, it changes a big interaction where he gets the super in just 3 shots. But now I think Bonnie, he just needs a movement speed buff, because yeah, it just doesn't cut it anymore. He's just very useless. You'd never see Bonnie picked other than Heist because its diving potential is pretty good here. But I do think if Bonnie got like a, you know, I would say a decent HP nerf and then an increase on movement speed, it'll make the brawler pretty balanced here. Yeah, like for example, this small form is really good as well. But yeah, this brawler, you'll only see it being picked in Heist. You won't see it in any other mode, and I feel like that is not good for the game. You know, having a brawler just dedicated to one mode, similar to how Chuck is. Like, Chuck also only used on Heist. But yeah, Bonnie is one of those brawlers which has big potential because it deals so much damage right now. But the fact is, like, the reload speed is not great, and you're just too slow. You probably get completely wrecked here, and we're making good use of it right now. But I made Dud look good, so I don't think it's me. I'm pretty sure I think it's a randoms here. But yeah, I think decrease the HP to balance it out, and then I would say probably just yeah, buff the speed of the tank form, and it should be a pretty good brawler. Because I do think Bonnie, like, Bonnie is literally one of my favorite brawlers. Like, I love the dive mechanic. I love how much range it has, how much damage it does, and, you know, the small form as well. It's super cool, but again, I just think it needs a bit of a speed buff, and then tone it down with a HP nerf, and the brawler will be perfect. Let's move on to the next one. Next up is going to be Chuck. Now, like I said in my last game, Chuck is a heist brawler. Like, he's literally only used for heist, and then there's some scenarios where you may pick him in hot zone, but that's literally some scenarios, and that's basically 1.5 game modes that he's good at. And I feel like Chuck is just, I don't know, it needs a rework of some sort, and I don't know how you make him really viable in other game modes here, because the setup process is kind of tough, and it can be really, you know, it's not great. It's not great here. Like, Ring of Fire is a pretty decent map for Chuck here, I think, because he has so much space to work with. He can get so creative. But in other maps, for example, let's say Hard Rock Mine, you're not finding a single good use of value with Chuck here, because there's so many walls and you'll just never pick him. That's why I think something needs to change here for Chuck to be usable. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we got a little triangle system here. But yeah, I think for Chuck, make his poles spawn a little bit quicker, and then I don't know, like, it's just super tough. Like, I'm sure you can get creative in like so many 1v1 interactions, but I think turning Chuck into like an assassin type brawler, like having great 1v1 mechanics would be great. And I don't know how to do that. Something about his poles being a little bit quicker, like, you know, maybe make it like you get your poles around, like, I would say, I don't know, like 30 or 40% quicker. Like a big buff like that could really change his interactions, I feel like, because then you can keep spamming your poles, knock people back, create mini setups, and I just feel like in other game modes it just takes too long, especially let's say Brawl, like an enemy team scoring within 20 seconds, you probably have like time to get like 1 or 2 poles off, and yeah, that's why I don't think Chuck is good here in any game mode other than Heist, because Heist, you have loads of safe damage that you need to be dealing before the game's over. And it's Heist is just normally a slow game mode, unless you have like a Daryl or Cole and you got insane base race. So yeah, so I think Chuck needs a bit of a change, and I think increasing his pole charge rate will be pretty cool, and maybe it changes some interactions. Let's move on to the next one. Next up is going to be Leon. Now, Leon used to be so good at the start of the year, similar to how Charlie was, but they both just fell off considerably, especially Leon. Like, Leon you just don't see anymore, and I feel like Leon's, you know, a pretty simple brawler. If you probably buff his damage, he'll be a great option here. I just don't feel like he does enough damage here. Like, I'm dealing insane damage right now. But yeah, Leon's been changed so much there. We got the buff from the 8-bit turret there. I think either buff the damage to make him like a crazy assassin, and you'll maybe see him use more, because he just gets outranged quite a bit. Like, he's a good chip brawler, but for some reason, no one just plays him. No one plays Leon, and yeah, he just struggles quite a lot, especially in draft. There's so many brawlers that counter him. You got brawlers like Tara, you got HP brawlers, you got brawlers that are good at slowing. Like, slows are really bad for him, and then he gets scouted out pretty easily as well. So I feel like just buff the damage a little bit, making him like some crazy super high DPS assassin, and then you can make him a super fragile brawler as well. Kind of like Clash Royale, with that the concept of a glass cannon, where they do a super good amount of damage, but they're so weak, so that it kind of balances out here. I feel like that'll be a cool concept for Leon. We got hypercharge here anyways. Let's just go crazy here. There we go. And okay, we're dealing a good amount of damage here onto the Fang. Let's try and kill him here. That'd be great. There we go. Oh, we didn't die. Did not die. But yeah, I think increase his damage and make his HP a lot less, and see how it works. I feel like switching up how a brawler is can be really good. You know, changing the type of they are. You know, like a 8k Leon HP brawler. Just make his HP go down to probably about like, let's say 6k without shield gear will be pretty good, and then just make his damage go up a little bit, and see if the brawler is, you know, viable now or it's not. I feel like that's a good way to test it out, but I do feel like there's just so many brawlers in the game that have just been super bad, and they just need to do something about it, in my opinion. But that's just me. Let me know what you guys think down below as well. Your opinions will be greatly considered. Oh, and then who knows, maybe I can talk to the balance change guy. I think Spen's like good friends with him as well. He's always at like events and stuff, so like loads of pro players get to talk to the balance change guy as well, and he's super nice as well. So it definitely helps just having, you know, a great connection with the balance change guy, because he does listen to a lot of you guys' idea on like public, on like social media and stuff, as long as it's reasonable. But yeah, that's gonna be my 5 buffs and 5 nerfs. Let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.